Hey, people of the world! This is GTAraj, and I welcome you back to the channel once again. Tonight, we are ending off our week of retro with something I've never really taken too much of a look at in general. So, we'll be rounding things off tonight with a good old classic, Sonic 3D Blast. However, we are going to be taking a look at the modded version of it by the same people behind the game, from Traveler's Tales. We'll be taking a look at that. It's got some updates, it's got a whole bunch of new stuff, fixies, and all that kind of stuff. I only knew about this because of Game Hut. The dude that runs that channel worked on this game and then patched stuff in years later, and it was really interesting. But I hear you ask, how is he doing this? How are we going to be playing this? Well, it just so happens there's a copy of it on the EverDrive that I showed off yesterday. Now, I picked this EverDrive up dirt cheap. It's not a very good one, but this one did come preloaded with a whole bunch of cool stuff, to put it lightly. However, you might want to, whenever you get a device like this, one of these pre-made from eBay, AliExpress, Temu, whatever, back up the ROMs that's on the cart, and then swap the SD card. It will save you a lot of headaches, because I've had to do that for this one in particular, because the SD card was either too slow or dying. A lot of games would just refuse to boot. Now there could be many factors involved for that, like a really bad ROM dump, an image that's been fiddled with. Sorry, that was too lovely not to pass up on. Right, so let me finish sending out the old linky link. And we will be Gucci for watching this. Or not watching this, playing this. Because keep in mind, because of the thumbnail, that lets you know that I have streamed Sonic 3D Blast before. However, we have not streamed the director's cut. So, yeah. This one's got things like Supersonic, it's got balance patches, and other things like that. Let me just grab the list, because there's a list. Cut. Director's cut on archive.org. There's an archive.org for it. Sonic 3D Blast Director's Cut is a hack of Sonic 3D Flicky's Island made by John Burton, founder of Traveler's Tales, the developer of the publisher of this game, and the game's original programmer, with the goal of expanding the game with new content to increase replayability and to fix long-standing issues that the game has been criticized for. So, yeah. A public beta was released as an expo entry during the 2017 Sonic Hacking Contest for players to try out the game and report bugs or suggest times for the new time challenge mode. The finished version was eventually released on December 23rd, 2017 as an X-Delta patch and as a download on the Steam Workshop for owners of Sonic 3D on Steam. I have actually played this a little bit in the past, but I've never streamed it. Welcome in! Okay, so As I untangle myself, it is the downside to using wired controllers, but I'm not putting up with a mess that is wireless. So I do believe it is unlicensed on this cartridge. There we go. Sonic 3D Blast Director's Cut. The original programmer for the game went and made a mod for it and fixed a bunch of stuff. So yeah, shout out to him for that. It's not often you'll see stuff like this, especially for games that are years old. Got that Huel. What is this? Huel. What's your flavor name? Pineapple and mango. Huel's pineapple and mango is just really fucking nice. I was gonna start off with some tea, but like, do I really want to start off a Friday night stream with some tea? A cup of skilly? Actually, it's not in a cup, it's in a can. It's Twinings something or other. You've never played 3D Blast? 3D Blast is alright. Ah, we're at Flicker City. Do I have an emulator for this? Wait, I have it on PC. Why am I not streaming it from there? Anyway, it's just the intro cutscene. The intro cutscene is fantastic. Director's cut, let's go, baby! So you also have the option of playing. Now, once again, new people here, this is a mod by the original programmer of this game. Drama? Oh no. This is a mod by the original programmer of the game to fix bugs, add new content, and overall just expand the feature set of the game. We have we got a level editor. Let's go. We can also play the original version, but we are gonna hit new game. Now keeping in mind, this is all on original hardware. You wouldn't have seen that introductory flickering on an emulator. Or if my video out was fixed on this thing. Oh my goodness. Green Grove Zone! Oh, that feels nice. Actually, wait a minute. That actually feels more responsive. Wait a minute. Don't worry, there's a little bit of flickering. I've never actually experienced that kind of flickering before. Like from this game. Because when I was getting this set up, this entire thing all set up, it didn't do that. Ooh. Oh, this is so much more responsive. Okay, I like this right off the bat. So originally the game was very clunky. And it felt like Sonic was running on ice, but like the momentum when you let go of the D-pad is so much more reduced that it actually feels better. It's a more playable game. Just for that alone, it makes this so much more playable. I wish that would stop flickering. That's gonna give someone a seizure. Bonk. Ba-da-ba-bop. So let's go through here. Woohoo! Wow. You know what? I wonder if smacking my Sega would still work. That's an old tactic to get things to work back in the day. Things were built so tanky and beefy that you could smack it and it would start working again. It would behave itself. And on some occasions it would it might break it. Bonk. Why am I going bonk for a cannon shot? Hi Knuckles, we don't want you right now. Why are we flickering? Is my video out actually damaged on the 32X? I wiggled cables, that's not the problem. Oh my goodness. Is there a solution instead of Amarek to fix this? I may have tried to look into it, but come up with nothing. The flickies were actually used in their own Genesis game named after them. Really? That is not something I knew about. Let's see. I mean, we can do bottom field de-interlacing and make things look just terrible. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna subject anyone to interlacing. Cropping. Do we want cropping? No, we don't. For retro game. You know what? I'm gonna... Yeah, they'll do the flickering thing. You know what? I'm gonna reboot this and see if it helps. It is unfortunate that is happening. That is more than likely down to how I'm capturing. Because I guarantee if I switch my inputs, that's not happening on the actual input itself. You have a Soul Blade? What was Soul Blade on a Mega Drive? That's a PlayStation game. Oh, that is delicious. Expensive as hell to buy, but delicious nonetheless. Huh. What I would be interested in trying is... what's it? The guy behind the Retro Tank. He did a thing. Oh god. I forgot the name of the product, but it does what a Retro Tank does, but for one individual system. The RAD2X. RAD2X. Oh, Retro Gaming Cables has it. Low lag, plug and play. They're basically 2X upscalers. Yeah, for Mega Drive 2/Genesis RAD2X Retro Tank HDMI cable. So essentially, plug this into the back of your Mega Drive 2. You know what? I'll just minimize this and then show you. See, what you do is you plug that end into your Mega Drive 2, and then that end takes a mini HDMI. And essentially, it does a, what is it? Is it line doubling? We have the cables in case of other checks, so we're just waiting for the circuit boards. Plug and play low latency solution for connecting your Mega Drive 2 or Genesis 2 to a modern flat screen television based on the same technology in Retro Tank 2X. So it's an it does upscaling. So essentially, it takes the picture and makes it bigger properly. The little boxes you get from composite to HDMI, all they do is stretch the picture. They don't actually do anything with it. But the RAD2X and products like it, they all do it correctly. Do I like Sprite? I have a can of it. I have a Sprite Zero. For the most part, I don't tend to mess around with sugary drinks, if I can help it. Whoa, we got robotic. What am I starting? There we go. Let's just hit start and then play the game. Yeah, let's go, buddy! Yeah, we seem to have fixed it. Okay, we don't have our flicker problem anymore. Because resetting the system somehow helped that, so it's probably a signal integrity thing. But like I said, this thing runs a lot, it feels a lot more smooth overall. There's also a save function on this, by the way. So you want to go saving, you can absolutely do that. Whoop. Oh, what? Did we not get that? There we go. Shouldn't that mean we have 4 lives instead of 3? Zing, zing. Shield! So basically, this is all pixel-based 3D. Or sprite-based 3D. You're creating the illusion of 3D, but everything you're seeing is all pixels. Or sprites! What am I saying? Pixels. I'm looking at pixels. They make up my monitor. But no, I want to take a little look at this for quite a while now. Hi, Knuckles. Oh, what? We did a thing. Oh, crap baskets. A thing happened, and we kinda died. Bye, Knuckles. Oh, it took her rings and her shield. That is interesting. I wouldn't have, because we don't have access to the shield in the special stage. I don't think it should have been taken away. Just out of a mild curiosity, when we're done with this, I will be putting on Soul Blade on Mega Drive to see what that's like. That's gonna be a free bonus, because Soul Blade is a PlayStation fighting game that spurred and gave birth to the Soul Calibur series. The Soul Calibur series, which is now dead, because they did piss all with it. Yeah, let's not run for that. Okay, I'll take the ring. Give me that ring. Okay, so we're not going that way. We go down here. Whoa, hi there. Oh, really? I thought I was spun into you. So the thing is, whenever you take damage, you lose your flickies, and you have to go back and collect them again until you put them in the ring. Oh, the rings came back. Give me that. Asted game of dead. So how many do we have? We have 4. We need one more. So we need to go looking around the stage for the final flicky. Oh, shield! Give me that! I need that. I need that. Jump, jump. Wow. Life! Why am I not gaining life for catching the life? Right, let's go down here. Oh, not Knuckles. He's gonna rob me again. I don't want to be robbed by Knuckles. That man just doesn't chuckle. Can't y'all see I'm legally blind? I can't see where I'm going. That is in fact not a joke. No, that is a joke, you see. Oh! Wait, I had all the flickies this entire time? That's on me. That is on me in a nutshell. Hey. Rolling around at the speed of sound. God, this game is so nice. Like in general, Sonic 3D Blast wasn't actually that bad of a game. But when you get down to the issues that it had, it kind of bogged the game down. Like your momentum and all that with Sonic was absolute dog water. That was my main gripe with the back of the day. And even more so in a PAL territory, the game would run like butt cheeks. But we don't have that issue here, so... Woohoo. I'll just steamroll these guys. Oh, I need one more flicky to get that. Nope, don't shoot me. I don't like being shot at. The last time I got shot at, it took my shield away. And I'm not a fan of that. So for anyone new just entering, yes, this is in fact on original hardware, so feel free to keep that in mind. We don't have save states or anything like that. So if we die, we die. That was an interesting jump. And the way this is all coming together is composite to HDMI into my capture card. And then on my capture card, I'm using software to display it called Amarek TV. Not that you can see that section, because it's cut off by the overlay. Using Amarek TV allows me to put it into the correct 4:3 aspect ratio. I'm a bit of a nerd for that one, but it's fine, isn't it? So we're missing one more flicky. Oh, box. Give me that ring, boy. Ooh. There we go. Oh, look at that! Now they're all seizure bugs. You know what? Alright, chat. Should I do an entire stream exploring this EverDrive? Exploring the contents of it. I revealed some of the contents over time. Yeah, buddy. I have a singular yes for that. How got? There's a Tails? Oh my god, where's Tails hiding? Oh, I've got a map screen? I've got a save code. So if y'all want to use the save code, you can do it. Fire up your game and then do the thing. Oh, what? Give me that little burp. I might open up a pet shop with all these birds I'm catching. Oh, I don't want that just yet. Leave the invincibility. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm being targeted by that thing. What? Wait! Wait! No, 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 no! One of the flickies got hit! I didn't think that would happen. I didn't realize that could happen. Are you kidding me right now? There was no way. Bonk. I will bonk you. Whoop. No, what? Another one got shot. Ow! I got shot. I'm dying. Come here, you. I'm not a fan of being shot at. I told you this game. Please listen to me. Oh god damn it. That's all on me. There's no excusing that. Wait, I didn't lose a flicky this time. What? Wait, so has it been updated so that you don't lose flickies when you get attacked? But the flickies themselves can be taken from you. Or take individual bits of damage and then just get taken away from you for a little bit. You know what? You know what? That is actually quite interesting. I don't know why that wasn't in the original game, because if I remember correctly, when I was last playing this, literally last week on the cartridge, what would happen is you bump into an enemy or get shot at, you'd lose your rings, you'd lose all your flickies, and then you'd have to go and capture them, because when you get hit, the rings scatter, and then the flickies also scatter, and you'd have to run around catching them, which was annoying. So I understand why it got changed, but I don't know why it wasn't like that in the first place. It is interesting, to be honest, because it's an interesting Sonic game as a whole, because it is technically the first commercially released 3D Sonic game. Boing. I have to go this way. Yeah, Sonic, get in that hole. Look how good this looks. Even if it's all just sprite based, it is fun. No, Knuckles, we don't need your special stage. Tails is actually hiding around somewhere, but he doesn't give what Knuckles does. I'll jump on your head. Yeah. Bonk. I could have honestly done what? I could have honestly done this earlier on in the week and been like, hey. Oh, what? Meow. Come here, Burp. I'm a bird catcher. So one of Sonic's hobbies... Actually, speaking of which, people used to question why Sonic would drive a car back in the day with like Sonic Drift. There's lore reasons for that. He does actually enjoy driving cars. And then later on down the line, lore-wise, he enjoys doing the hoverboard stuff from Sonic Raiders. Now here... Oh, don't shoot me. Do not shoot me, senor. Oh, that is evil. Hi. No! One of my flickies! Come here, you. You're the purple one. All that just for Jill? Okay. Not to try and remember where to go. I mean, we could go back down there, but I don't want to go back down there. I could find another route, but I think we have to go back down there. I think. It is me we're talking about here. Oh, never mind, we'll go along here. Hi there. Don't hit me with your spiky tail. I don't appreciate it. I appreciate the rings, though. Oh, you bum nugget. I got a flicky, though. One of my flickies got, stolen. Oh, I was hoping I could get a thing from Knuckles. Never mind. That has just ruined my day indefinitely. It is possible to get the directions cut on a cartridge. You can play it on a cartridge. You can. There's pre-made versions of it that you can download, and then put onto an EverDrive if that's what you mean. But if you want to actually flash it to a cartridge, like flash the memory on the cartridge, I think you can do that. I don't know if the Mega Drive cartridges are read-only. So you might be able to flash this game to a cartridge, depending on the overall file size. But right now, I am using an EverDrive. So yeah, you can get a pre-made version of this. Actually, the easiest way used to be to buy Sonic 3D Blast on the Steam store and then run it through the Steam Workshop. But if I remember correctly, 3D Blast is no longer on the Steam store. I ain't seeing it. I do have a copy of it within the Mega Drive collection, but for whatever reason, the Mega Drive collection has been removed from Steam. So I really can't say at this point. I can still install it and then run the Steam Workshop. Oh, look at that. But as for putting on a physical cartridge, technically yes, but I'm going to assume no. If you want to overwrite the game that's already on the cartridge with this one, you may be able to do it, depending on, because it might just be read-only memory that's on it. So the jury's out on that one. Your best bet is just to get an EverDrive and do it. God, this is so smooth. There. Let me grab that one up. Roll away. This EverDrive came with some really interesting stuff on it. Some things I didn't even know were possible. But here we are. Actually, at some point I will do an EverDrive stream. It is easier. It is easier by a fair amount. And once the game loads, I will pause and I'll tell you a little bit about my finding. Oh, we've got Eggman to fight. So, Sonic's overall momentum has been changed to make it smoother and a lot nicer in general. So, it would take a while for Sonic to slow down, and he'd also feel like he's running on ice. That was a big issue for me when I originally played the cartridge of it. Which I can do. I have the cartridge just behind me. I also have the Sega Saturn version. But there's no actual difference between the Mega Drive and the Saturn version besides the music. So just pick whichever one you have the system for. The whole flicky situation is vastly improved. I mentioned this earlier when I quickly noticed it. Whenever you bump into an enemy in the original game, you'd lose your rings and you'd lose the flickies that were attached to you, or that were following you. In this case scenario, it seems to be that you only lose the ones that get hit. So the little mines that explode, if any piece of that hits one of the flickies, that flicky will be detached from the line behind you. And then you have to go back and get that individual one instead of having to go and get them all. So those are a couple of things that I have noticed so far, and I very much like. They're very much welcome improvements. Oh, okay. I forgot how to do this. Do we just wait for him to come down? Yeah, we do. Oh my days! That's on me. That's a me problem right there. I'll do a single. Hi, Eggman. Oh, I thought I could have got a second attack. He is so much more responsive. This is unbelievable. Bye, Eggman. There we go, Act 3. Overall, I mean, you can also unlock Super Sonic in this, which definitely wasn't in the original. But Game Hut has a whole bunch of details on like how this game was made and all that. So you're more than welcome to check out their channel. I might do that. Let me actually grab one of them videos and pop it in chat real quick. Yeah, let's throw in the coding secrets for the intro to Sonic 3D Blast. Because that is very impressive. It is easier in a good way. It is very much easier in a good way. Go support Game Hut. It is very much well deserved. Yeah, like it feels a lot better and it's a lot easier in a good way. It's less irritating, and from a player's standpoint, it works. It makes sense. What the? What are these things for? Oh wait, I know what these are for. These are for making Sonic into a paper. But like, the improvements that have been here, that are here right now, the ones that I've been able to notice, they should have been in the actual game itself, the original game. And what I'll do for I didn't notice that. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. See, look how I just lose one flicky. There we go. It is so much easier. But in like a very good way that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, he just attacked both of them. He attacked both the flickies and took them away from me. Okay, so that is how that works. So, first theory was going to be that you take damage and then you lose a flicky. And then this just confirms the whole, if the flickies get attacked, they get detached from you. So, two of them got attacked at the same time, they both get detached. That works. That is actually really, that is a welcome change. And it should have been in the base game. I will die on that hill. And just for comparison, in a little while, we will be playing the original one. And if there's any prototypes on this cartridge, I will be taking a look at that as well. Because if you haven't checked out some of the other content on the channel before, you'll realize that well, if you haven't checked out the content, you won't know that I do enjoy myself some betas and prototypes. In the case of gaming, I have a beta. I've shown off the beta version of Final Fantasy VII, aka beta 1.9. That was a demo, but it was also a beta version of the game that was testing out some stuff. I've shown off on early builds of Metal Gear Solid. I've shown off Gears of War 3 on the PlayStation, which sounds insane in this day and age, but Gears of War is actually coming to PlayStation. I think later on this year, early next year. What else? Yeah, the build of Gears of War 3 that I showed off was an internal testing build that could only be run on development kits. I just so happen to own a development kit. So, a good way to use that. Yeah, I do like taking peeks at prototypes, betas, and all that kind of stuff. And the reason... Those damn flames, I swear to heck. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness! I'm losing my flickies to fire. My flicky's about to get fired. There's Tails. I love taking a peek at betas to see what could have been. Because some changes just don't make sense. Others do. Whether it be certain item placements in, say, Metal Gear Solid. One of the item placements was changed in one of the demos that I took a look at. And it was interesting to see, because it's like, what kind of value does that item placement add? Like, for example, this box that we just smashed, what would happen if you put it, say, down here or near some danger? That changes things for the player, because, boy howdy, it would certainly make things annoying. Now keep it in mind, there are games that do this. There's, oh, I forget which one it was. There's a video game on PlayStation that has an unreachable coin. And it's not the only game to do that. Tons of games in the past have done that. I am not meant to be going that way just yet. I'm meant to be doing this. Let it rip, let the sparks fly. Oh, we need to keep up momentum. Keep up the momentum, break these. Yeah. Oh, we're back. Wait, what? Oh, we're back at the beginning. Oh, we're back at the stage we were on before. Okay. I forgot. When you're doing stuff like this, you're doing it in sections. But when you load in, everything's loaded in. So like, all the sections of stage 1 are loaded in already, and you can navigate between them. Okay, that's a good look at the map. Okay, so where do I need to go from here? Not there. Unless there's a breakable wall that I cannot see. Nope. No breakable walls. Breakable statue? Nope. So... Oh! Okay! Okay, I got lost. There we go. I don't really have that much experience with Sonic 3D Blast, so... We got a flicky boy. And the more goofier one, where he's just like, I'll get that hedgehog, and then he's got the most weirdest crap imaginable. Yeah, These days, it's all about the doom and gloom. Like, everything has to be big and expansive, and just like everyone's about to die until the very end. Where it's like, okay, now I have to team up with Sonic. That was pretty good for like the adventure games, because there was a Adventure 1 and 2 with the Cataclysm of Chaos and the literal government. It made sense because the government made this thing that was threatening things in Sonic Adventure 2. They're the reason that Bio Lizard was a thing. Like the whole Space Colony arc was a government thing. The government. Sonic Adventure 1 was a bit less realistic in that regard because it was ancient magic that Chaos was born from. Oh! Okay. This is actually not as easy as I was thinking it would be. Because the flames themselves are knocking the flickies back. So that adds... First of all, it makes you think that it's going to be a little bit easier, but it's really not. That's a block path. How am I going to get past that? So I have to be a big old Beyblade and come all the way down here and then do a thing. Makes sense. Oh my days! Okay, we have to go back. I'm running too quick. But that's a me problem. Wait, can these be bouncy things? For spinning mode? Oh. So we have... What do you mean we have 4 flickies? We have 3. Oh no, one of them's mid. Oh, crap baskets. I'm coming, buddy! I'm coming! As soon as I stop getting my ass toasted. Jump. Come here, buddy. I got you. I got you. I got you. Uncle Sonic the Beyblade is here to catch you. Again. Come here. Oh, we already screwed it up. We can't jump. When we're spinning, we cannot jump. No, we're bouncing. No! No! Sonic! Okay, let's go this way. Break this. There we go. He just got railed. Are you kidding? There we go. This is very interesting. Well, thank you for your honesty. You're very welcome. That's all you really get from me is honesty here, just straightforwardness. You ask me a question, I'll answer it to the best of my ability. Speaking of prototypes and all that, I'm kind of curious now. Cause yesterday on the channel I showed off one of the betas for Sonic 3. And I also showed off a prototype of Knuckles in Sonic 2. But the only real change there was slightly different graphics and a slightly different intro screen. What's up here? Oh, I can't get... Wait, what? Oh, it's underneath. No, it can't be up. Oh, because it goes... Oh, you go down there and then you come up on the loop here. Okay. That's why I can't get to it. Now, the question is... Why do I have to Beyblade here? Oh, crap baskets. Okay. So I have 2 flickies attached to me. Killing the shield didn't kill one of them. Oh my giddy aunt. Come here. Come here, chili flicky. That's. I'm just gonna call that red one the jelly one. Okay, let's time this. Hey! Hi, Bumblebee. Oh. So we got another lime flavored flicky. Let's jump on the bee. We got a cool breeze. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Any closer, now it would have been an annoying obstacle. Bonk, bonk, bonk. No, let me bonk you. Thank you. Okay, boss time. Then we're gonna go check out the original version of the game. If you want me to do it on cartridge, I can do it on cartridge. If not, there's an original game option for this. Rusty Ruin. Alright, Eggman, where you at? I'm gonna bonk! Great, now that's on my mind. Not bonking. But, seeing if there's a prototype out there on the cutting room floor and all that. God damn it. Because that's the one thing I really like doing. Like with consoles and all that, they can load game images like ISOs, MDs, that kind of thing. I like to be able to check out prototypes and betas and all that. That's the option. That's one of the things that you can introduce to your system. If you're playing, if you want to check out like betas and all that on original hardware without having to emulate, that's one of the biggest benefits of using an EverDrive. So in my most used case, I have what's called a GD-ROM. What do you mean? What is not? In my most used case with a Sega Dreamcast, I have a GD-ROM installed to it, and it allows me to run things like the beta of Sonic Adventure 2, or a little bit after that. Sorry, I thought I smelled burning. But no, it allows me to run beta, preview versions of Sonic Adventure 2, and even the new, more recently released tournament disc for Sonic Adventure 1, which was just insane. Can I jump? Well, I can, but not like that. Jump! Where's my flickies at? Oh my goodness! GTAraj can officially not play those. Bonk. I'm bonking around this lovely old level. Bonk. I need my bubble wrap. I'm so used to the other versions of that. Woo! Let's go! Invisibility. Oh, what in tarnation? Ooh! Ooh. Can I get that again? Oh! That is cool! Okay, that's a cool little level gimmick. I have bad depth perception, sorry. Let me up. Where's my momentum at? What in tarnation? I was right there! Boing. Look, I swear I have eyes! Nope, nope, nope. What? What? There we go. So, let's Beyblade. There goes my bubble wrap. What the hell did I say? I have one up. I have to do that over again. Roar. Boing, boing, woo! Ah! My rings! We're gonna see if there's a pro table in here. Why be flickering so much? Huh? Oh wait. That's just a US section, we're fine. Base prototypes and revisions! Sonic Crackers. Oh god, not Sonic Crackers. Sonic Crackers. Betas! Wait, samples? What do you mean samples? Comic Zone. Wait, you had Microsoft demos? Pele's Football. Toy Story? We have to check out Toy Story at some point. Beta USA. What was that? Wait, what? Beta version? 4 megabyte? Wait, there's a 2 megabyte version? Hey, we have to check that one out. What you mean? Do not turn off the system. I mean, what if my system crashes while loading this? Then I have to turn it off. So the last game that was in memory was Sonic 3D Blast Director's Cut. Now we're checking out the beta, an alleged beta version that's 2 megabytes in size of Sonic 3D Blast. Oh! Wait, this is different. Okay, we've got some flickering, but that's fine for now. E3 demo! Let's go! Oh, it's running like butt cheeks. Oh, yeah, no, he's so much more slippery. High momentum. That'll be why the thing's only 2 megabytes. This is an E3 demo. Boing. This stage is so much more vibrant though. Wait, what else do we have access to? It's alright, we're slightly off topic, but not really. That's a fucking wait. 1 megabyte? We have to check out a whole bunch of these. We have Sonic 3D Blast. So that's from the 8th, the 14th of the 8th, 1996. This one's from the 3rd of the 7th. So all these are 1996 builds, so very early on. So let's go through some of these. See, like I said, this is the actual benefit to having an EverDrive. It is just wild. It is amazing. It is great. Like, yeah, I don't have the most top tier one. I don't have the absolute most top tier EverDrive, which I wish I did, because then I could check out things like Scottie Pippen's shenanigans. So this one is still using the old Sega chant. This is a later version of the demo, I think. Yeah, that's another E3 demo. Oh, this one's running at full speed. Oh yeah, no, this is wild. Yeah, this is a bit more of a pain in the ass to control. Ow. Let's grab a flicky. Let's grab 2 flickies. And then we'll take some damage real quick. Hi there. Yeah, he's got so much more momentum than he actually has in the director's cut. Yeah, look at that. We just lose all the flickies for that. Oh, specific must let me reset and I'll show you. So these beta versions are... This one is... The top one, going top down, is this, the 3rd of the 7th, 1996. 14th of the 8th, which is what we just played. 19th of the 8th. 25th. 30th. 31st. 4th of the 9th. And that's it. So these are all beta versions that... These are probably on the cutting room floor. So if you want to go find them, you can do that. A lot of these cartridges will come with contents like this on it. Unless you're buying from Crix himself. If you're not buying from Crix, they will more than likely come with ROMs on them already. Is there an actual full build here, or is it just... We have Sonic and Knuckles plus Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Spinball, Sonic the Hedgehog. Unknown? What you mean by that? What you mean by that? What? Wait a minute! That wasn't a Sega chant. Ah, the music's different. The flower's different. Yeah, no, the music's different. Wait, the music's not playing during pause. Whoa, 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 what is this? Is this a ROM hack or something? I don't know, this is not Sonic 3D Blast. Sorry, I went off tangent. Beta shenanigans of Sonic. Also, there's a... One thing I didn't realize is there was some modded versions of those fan ports of Sonic, the original Sonic the Hedgehog over to 32X. It's kind of meaningless. Yeah, we already checked our prototypes. I don't have any prototypes of... We have Sonic Crackers, which is interesting. I forgot. That became... Sonic Crackers became... Knuckles Chaotix, which is insane. We have revisions. Do we have any... What? That has to be a... No, that has to be a ROM hack. What the hell is Super Donkey Kong 99? What? is that? Bootleg games. Oh, okay. There's a Wikipedia for bootleg games. Super Donkey Kong 99 is a bootleg game for the Mega Drive, loosely based on Donkey Kong Country. Rather than being a direct port of that particular game, it is an original platformer that uses various oh, that is crusty. Sorry, I went off on tangent. Or not on tangent. Why is that in here, though? It's not a revision of a game. Do we actually have any revisions of Sonic? Oh, we do. Sonic and Knuckles plus Sonic the Hedgehog 2 lock-on revision A. Plus Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Okay. Wait! Sonic and Knuckles plus Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Sonic the Hedgehog 3. What the hell is this? Wait. Sorry. How did you lock on with 2 games? What sorcery is this? Huh? Me? What do you mean? How do we have a Sonic the Hedgehog lock-on ROM with Sonic and Knuckles as the base, then Sonic 3, and then Sonic 2? What? This makes no sense. I need to try this. I need to try. What? It's taking a while to load. It's a 5 megabyte ROM. I am stunned by this. Okay. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Sonic, Tails. So did we just get nothing? Did we just wait? Did we just... What? Y'all saw the name. That was interesting. I don't know what to make of that. Yeah, because Sonic and Knuckles plus Sonic the Hedgehog... no. Sonic and Knuckles plus Sonic the Hedgehog 2 plus Sonic the Hedgehog 3 lock-on. So from the Sonic Mega Collection, Revision B, then there's another one here. These revisions don't really make enough sense from, to me personally. Do we have any European ones? Wait, European revision for, Wait! For the Mega Drive Mini? So, people have ripped the ROMs from the Mega Drive Mini, put them on here. Why? Oh god, Psycho Pinball was a good one back in the day. I remember that. Sorry, I went way off topic here. Sonic the Hedgehog. There's only one revision for, oh, from the Mega Collection. Wait, Mega are you on about the Mega Collection from the PlayStation 2 and GameCube? People are ripping the ROM. I've been ripping ROMs from the re-releases. Oh, that's painful. Okay. I might just be freaking done for tonight. What I'm gonna do is a little bit of a bonus. I'm gonna check out that Soul Blade. That was in... Where was that? Unlicensed? Let's go all the way along. Super Mario... Oh, no. I know! Is that actually Super Mario World for the SNES? Okay, Soul Blade. Which one is this? F1. AMD Unlimited. Okay. Let's pick this one. I am now very curious about this. This will be the last tangent I go off on tonight, because I'm genuinely curious as to how the hell... What is this? Soul Blade is a 3D polygonal fighting game on the PlayStation 1. Are you trying to tell me that someone has backported it to the Mega Drive? If that is the case, then we have to do a dedicated stream to these betas, prototypes, unlicensed bootlegs. We just have to. Oh my... Soul Blade Super? What the hell? Heishiro Rock Taki Sophia Huang Siegfried Sung Mina Li Long Cervantes. Genuinely don't know. I'm not streaming. I don't stream tomorrow. Did it break? It broke. One second. Well, my toes. Crap baskets. Right. Yeah, don't play my music. My music, unfortunately. Right, so this has been an insanely interesting week in general for doing retro content. So we've had, what did we have earlier on in the week? We had Sonic 3 and Knuckles yesterday. What else did we have? We had my brain, not gonna lie, chat, my brain is fried. My brain is absolutely fried. It's not often I do retro on the channel, but like, god damn. So this week we've had Sonic CD as like our main thing. Sonic CD is absolutely underloved, or rather underappreciated. The past decade, Sonic CD has been getting so much love. Let's see if this cola explodes on me. Sonic CD has been getting so much love. Now, if only we could convince Sega to re-release Knuckles Chaotix, then the trifecta would be complete. Or even Sega Sonic, the arcade game. Try and bring that over and see who wants to play that. And when you get right down to it, there are very few Sonic games that never made it across here. Like to the world of English. Or even got any re-releases. Knuckles Chaotix is the main one. Started off as a thing called Sonic Crackers, and then it was changed to Knuckles Chaotix, and then it was never freaking re-released. There was only ever been one release in America, in the PAL region, and in Japan. And it's on the Sega 32X. This is why piracy is very much important in this case scenario. If a game doesn't get a re-release, you can still find a way to play it. The 32X is so easy to emulate these days. Or even have companies like Analog that are releasing or have released their HD Mega Drive, which, yes, that is still emulation. You're buying a physical emulation device. SFPGA, which is emulating the original hardware on the hardware level, so the chip itself thinks it's a Mega Drive, instead of it being software based, like what we use on PlayStation, like GENS, or on PC, like GENS, RetroArch, and other emulators like DuckStation. But Sonic CD, up until the PlayStation 3 era. No. I'm wrong in thinking, because Sonic CD. Oh, did it get a PC release prior to its PlayStation release? No. Oh, it did. Okay, so it originally came out on the Mega CD, but it also got a Sega PC release. Sega PC was this thing that you can install to your PC. It was an expansion card with a Sega Saturn controller attachment to it, and it made your entire PC compatible with specific PC versions of Sega games, dubbed Sega PC. They wouldn't run without this peripheral in your PC. Sonic CD got a release there, after being on the Mega CD. Yeah, it came out on Windows on the Sega PC platform in 1996. Then, on Android, PS3, and Xbox 360, according to the Wikipedia entry, it got a re-release in 2011. But that is also not quite correct, because it also got a release on PlayStation 2 and GameCube long before it got a full re-release to like iOS and that. So on the PS2 and GameCube, you had these Sonic the Hedgehog compilations. Compiled a whole bunch of Sonic games together, and that's what you got, with a few extra Sega games thrown in. And I don't mean like Mega Drive Collection. These games were literally titled Sonic Mega Collection Plus and Sonic Gems Collection. Sonic Gems had Sonic CD, Sonic the Fighters, and a couple other bits and pieces. But it also had things like Vectorman on it. And yeah, those were, up until 2011, those were the only other ways you could play things like Sonic CD. Even more so Sonic the Fighters, because Sonic the Fighters, where the hell do I start with that? Yeah, oh my god. Let me see. Sonic Chaos, Sonic Spinball is part of Sega of America's Sonic 3 on one day release strategy. Sonic CD was the flagship game for the Sega CD, and it's the only Sonic game. Oh wait, so they were also planning an enhanced version of the original Sonic the Hedgehog and a Sonic-themed port of Popful Mail. Interesting. 2 versions of Sonic CD were released for Windows. One in 1995 for Pentium processors, and another in 1996 for DirectX. So, okay. The Pentium version was only bundled with new computers and never sold in stores. Sega worked with Intel to make the game work properly. This is where the Sega PC thing comes in. Let me just minimize this and then pull up the Wikipedia entry for it. Where is it? You know what? Yeah, let's just turn off the overlay real quick. 1 second. So let's turn that off and then do this. There we go. Yeah, Sega worked with Intel to make the game work properly. The DirectX version was released under the Sega PC label, and it was only released in North America on July 8th. Sega PC, that's the thing that needed the attachment, the Sega Saturn controller attachment. And it allowed your Sega Saturn games to just like, or it allowed your Sega PC games to run on your PC. The 1996 Windows version, so the Sega PC version was ported to PS2 and GameCube in 2005 for Gems Collection. The port used the original soundtrack in Japan and the North American soundtrack elsewhere. The ports introduced some graphical problems, such as blurry anti-flicker presentation, but the opening animation is presented in a higher quality full screen view. So this is where things get interesting. In 2009, Christian Whitehead, who's the guy that's behind Sonic Mania and various... I think he did some Sonic ROMs as well. The remastered features enhancements such as widescreen graphics, yeah. But no, like Sonic CD was just so underrated in general. Like it was so underloved properly up until like 2011, where Christian Whitehead was like, okay, we're doing a thing, and he got the go ahead from Sega, and that got a release, and now you can consistently buy Sonic CD wherever. Because keep it in mind, before 2011, you could only get it properly on the Sega CD. Or you could only get it properly, originally on the Sega CD. The Windows versions then became very hard to come by, and especially the Sega CD, the Sega PC version, because it required the goddamn peripheral to work. DRM, whatever. The 80s and 90s were really wicked with various forms of copy protection. So some PC games would be like, okay, turn to page whatever, and then pick the right diagram that matches what's in your booklet. That became a pain because people were selling PC games without the manual, and without the manual, you couldn't play the game. In this case, you needed a peripheral to make the goddamn thing work. And the same with some older PC games as well. They required you to have a dongle installed to prove that you're not pirating the game. In the case of Sega PC, that might just also be why the expansion card was necessary as a form of copy protection. That outright stops you from playing it. But point is, the only two proper ways to get the game was the Sonic Gems collection, or outright buying a Mega Drive and a Mega CD and getting Sonic CD. Now back then, the price on the game went up ridiculously. Unfortunately, it never came back down again. But I got lucky. I definitely got lucky with my version. But like I said, it's kind of why piracy is it's a good thing. It's a double-edged sword. Sega are no longer selling Knuckles Chaotix, so it doesn't matter if you pirate it, right? They're not making money from it. They're not remanufacturing these 32X cartridges and putting games on them. They're not re-releasing Knuckles Chaotix digitally as any kind of DLC on Steam or on Sonic Origins or anything of that nature. So you get yourself an EverDrive, you stick on Knuckles Chaotix for the 32X portion of it, and just like that, you can experience it on original hardware or your emulation device of choice. But if you're pirating games that publishers and all that are still making money from, like in my case, I have a copy of The Last of Us coming into post, but I also have a backup copy of it on my PS3. They're not selling the PS3 version of Last of Us anymore, so that's fine. However, if I grabbed an illegal version of the PS4 version or the PC version, that would nip into their thing a little bit. But nah. I went all ranty McGee for a little while. But no, like I said, this week's been interesting. We got to play Sonic CD on original hardware. Very flickery. I do apologise. That could be a hardware setup that I've got going on here. I'm going to try and actively improve that in the future. We also did play Phasmophobia and Detroit Become Human. We mixed the retro with some modern stuff. That will not be the case next week. Why are you flickering? Don't flicker. That will not be the case next week. I may play a retro game next week. I may not. I'm obviously getting my mates on next week as well. I'm going to plan. Sunday is when I normally plan out all this stuff. So there is that. What did we do last week? Last week we did 2 Point Hospital, which is a very good game. We did Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit, Armello, Schedule 1, and I forgot if we did League of Legends. I don't think we did. No. I forgot what we did last week! Because it wasn't League of Legends, it was something else. Because I switched it up. Anyway. I hope you've all enjoyed this. I heard they can't release that game due to emulation issues with the 32X. As far as I'm aware... Wait, let me look into that real quick. Because if I remember correctly, it just wasn't popular. No. It is very interesting why it hasn't been re-released. Oh, wait a minute. Right, okay, so there is a working theory about it, and it's due to one of the characters being in the game called Mighty the Armadillo. Sega doesn't fully own that character. And as this Sonic Stadium post is pointing out, the only thing which supports this theory is that it's come to light following the All-Stars games that Sega doesn't own a lot of their characters and they need approval from owners. And some of them are a bit allegedly nuts. 32X to PS2 era emulation issues. During the early to mid-2000s, Sega were re-releasing a lot of games. Biggest hits were Mega Collection and Gems Collection, but they released a lot across platforms, even the PS4 got in on it, yada yada yada. And there were a lot of problems with a lot of these titles. The emulation wasn't great. From what I recall, so-called insiders would post on here. Okay, so allegedly, according to this one poster, there was insiders from Sega posting on the Sonic Stadium forums saying the emulation was emulating Sonic CD was a nightmare, and that's why it missed Mega Collection. So emulating 32X game, if they had such issues with the CD titles, might have decided it wasn't worth the effort. So, other than random insiders who were used to posting the forum, nothing supports it. Which, if they were having trouble with Sonic CD on Gems Collection, or Sonic CD in general, because they are emulating the Windows version, not the Sega CD version. The thing is with that, Sonic CD, or the PlayStation platform in general is interesting because one of the biggest uses for it was Linux. You could turn it into a Linux PC, so it is more or less... never mind. Never mind that. But I was gonna say, because it's more Linux-centric hardware, that it might not play nicely. but there's nothing to really support that, because you could do whatever. Same could be said for Sonic R, Sonic the Fighter. Sonic R had a PC version, in the same vein as Gems Collection edition of CDs, the PC version and the Sega CD version. Yeah, Sonic, yeah, Gems Collection has the Sega CD, the PC version, not the CD version. Bunch of issues and stuff. Yeah, the thing is, I would put it down to a whole host of things, like emulation issues, and the fact that the 32X just wasn't loved. Like, there's like 20 games for the 32X, not counting the dual platform games. And what I mean by that is there were like 5 games that required both the Mega CD and the 32X. If we remove those from the equation, there's like 20 games for the 32X in general. I mean, we could find that out, because I happen to have all of them on the EverDrive. This is 32X games. How many games are there? Okay, let's see. All in, if you include the 32X CD games, it's 39 titles. That's just for the regions they were released in. Ultimately, it's just a glorified doohickey for making a Mega Drive 1 look better. If you want to get into playing Sega 32X games, grab a Mega Drive, grab a compatible EverDrive cartridge, and then have a good time with that. But no, this has been one hell of a stream. Like, we went through what we've done last week, what we've done this week. We've checked out prototypes, betas. We've done so much this week, it's unreal. Even though the streams themselves haven't been very long, we've still been able to do a couple of things. A fair few things, in fact. But no, that's all I have for you now. If you've enjoyed yourself, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. This has been GTAraj. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay safe, take care, and bye-bye.